My name's Dorothy Ann Roland Sunbear. My Lakota name is Chattanooga. That means left-handed woman. I'm a descendant of Fire Lightning, who was a follower of Crazy Horse. After Crazy Horse brought his people in and he was murdered, his followers were made to live along this creek, so they were all already living here in 1890 when they brought Chief Bigfoot and his people here. And the massacre happened, and our people were eyewitnesses to the massacre. And after the massacre, my grandfather, Fire Lightning, offered his land for the burial of the massacre victims. So they're buried on his allotment.
You can read history, but when you stand on history, that's different. And standing at the site of the massacre, you could tangibly feel the oppression, the hurt, the pain. Turn to the left, and you see the mass grave where they're not even sure how many bodies are in it, but it's probably around 300 Indian men, women, and children that were slaughtered that day on December the 29th, 1890. That made an impact on me. Pine Ridge Reservation is strikingly beautiful and horribly depressive at the same time. These are the Oglala and the Lakota Sioux. And what we expected is really not what we experienced, because it completely got different as we began to minister to and to work with the children of the reservation. I think we had around 60 or 70 kids that we worked with, and we did some incredible things to touch the lives of children on that reservation. It was so gratifying to the entire team. And our team consisted of children and their parents. Our youngest team member on the reservation was 4 years old. And she did a great job. She was there with her big sisters and with her mom and dad. Through the generosity of so many people, Abba's house members, RPM partners, and a lot of other folks, we were able to take out to the reservation a 53-foot tractor trailer loaded with food, clothes, water, shoes, and an entire playground for the Indians to have, for the children to play on. This is the plaque commemorating the gift of Abba's kids for the playground. We took musical instruments that the local missionary had been praying for, unbeknownst to us, so that he can now teach the young Indian children how to play musical instruments and get more and more involved in worship through their own music. At the beginning of the video, you saw Dorothy. She lives in a 2-bedroom trailer. 11 people call it home. And it's a very small place. In fact, when we were there, several of the children and grandchildren were sleeping outside in the tent because there's no room in the house for them. The federal guideline for poverty is around $11,000, but on the Pine Ridge Reservation, the average income is only $6,000, which puts them so far below even the federal guidelines. It is poverty within poverty within poverty. When you give to Ron Phillips Ministries, you're not just giving for a TV ministry, that's a part of it, but you're giving to an international humanitarian aid that touches the hearts and lives of so many people in so many countries. You allow us as Ron Phillips Ministries to become the hand, the feet, the voice, the heart, and the love of Jesus to real people on a daily basis. I want to see that reservation, that group of Indians, become what God intended them to be. To see the state that they're in now will just break your heart.